Hey, what's going on, guys? Dope Swanner here, and that'll be the last time I refer to myself as Dope Swanner, which is going to be weird and something I have to get used to. Basically, from now on, I will be either saying thanks for checking out ModBot or Daniel from ModBot or something along those lines. I haven't exactly figured out word for word how I'm going to be introducing myself and my channel. I figured I would make a video explaining to you guys why you no longer see Dope Swanner and why it is now ModBot. And I went around and around on how I wanted to kind of present you guys with this, and I actually wanted to kind of draw it out on a pen and paper, but it would have been too complicated with the DSLR, so I wanted to do it with the webcam, but the webcam was being a pain in the butt and it kept freezing every like 5 or 6 seconds. So after troubleshooting it for like 45 minutes, I just decided to scrap that idea and to just do a good old face-to-face, one-on-one, basically explanational video. So I will try to make this as quick as possible, but what you will get out of this video is basically kind of where this all started from and what has changed and where the channel will be going, and what all else you can expect from it. So let's go ahead and get started into it. And the only way I can think to basically fire this up is to go back to where I started. You have 16-year-old Daniel that wanted to make a YouTube account, and I didn't want to make videos when I was 16 years old. I just made a YouTube account so that way I can comment on other people's videos, like videos, things of that nature. And at the time, my email had been dopeswanner930@gmail.com. Back when I was younger, like 13, 14, I got into like a rebellious stage, if you will, like I feel like a lot of teenagers do. And one of the things I got into was, for a limited time, was a little bit of like kind of graffiti type stuff. And I used to always say, that's dope. And so I made my name Dopes, like D-O-P-E-S, Dopes, and then Wanner, which is also like basically something with the graph community. So that is where that originated from. There was nothing to do with, like, a lot of people think it's like Dope Stoner or something like that. There was no validity or no sort of connection between those two things at all, which has been a complete, just like, I don't want to say nightmare, but just a little frustration over the past 5 years with my channel, people thinking that it's related to that, when that is not the case whatsoever. And I definitely don't like that that is the initial thing a lot of people think of with my channel. Whatever you do on your own time, that is fine, but that is not what I am promoting on my channel. That was when I was 16 years old. Then when I was 18 years old, I decided I wanted to make a YouTube video on how to repair a Xbox 360 console. That was like one of my first initial videos, was how to repair, and also I was showing off a modded Xbox 360 Slim with like an LED window and a custom fan. And again, at the time, I had no idea that I was going to actually make YouTube videos. I didn't have an initial plan or blueprint or trail that I planned on blazing with my channel. So I basically decided, heck, this is my email, might as well just make that my YouTube name. So then my name became The Dope Swanner 930. That was my YouTube name for the first probably 2 to 3 years before, maybe even 4 years before I changed it to just Dope Swanner. Back then, since I didn't have a plan of any sort, there was no direction my channel was going in. It was basically, heck, I'll make this video, and people liked it. I got comments and I got a couple subscribers. I got bit by the YouTube bug, if you will. And so that was the start of it all. And then I started making more videos, and it just kind of formed into a game modding channel, where I then started doing repairs, modifications, news updates on things coming out in the scene. As you know, me and Mr. Mario talk about all the time in our Mod Chat podcast that we have. Back then, I was 18 years old when I started. I am now 23, going on 24 this year, and my direction and my view and my plan with my channel has formed and changed. My channel is intended to be a place where I help out people with various tech problems or tech related issues, whether that be computers or cell phones or 3D printers or, you know, whatever else really I find and think is interesting that people will want to see and have a use for. It also is a place for me to showcase projects that I am working on and things that I am proud of that I've worked on and learned, and I want to showcase with you guys. Also for updates on various tech related things. And so I will say that one of the big reasons why I changed my name was for the issue of people thinking that it was something to do with like Dope Stoner or something like that. And also it wasn't a very easy to remember name because people didn't know how to say it. People would say Dope Stoner, Dope Swanner, Dope Stoner. And so that was frustrating to me because for me, obviously, it was simple. I was the one that created it, and to me, I knew what it was all about, but nobody else did, and I can't expect people to just know. That doesn't make any sense at all. ModBot is a very easy to remember name. I've got a whole plan and kind of like rebranding and re-strategizing on which direction I'm going with my channel. But again, ModBot is really easy to remember. It basically summarizes what my channel is about, modding. And again, that does not mean game modding. That means anywhere. I pretty much have gotten to the point now where I do hardware mods. I do some software mods too, so I guess I do both hardware and software, but primarily hardware when I'm messing with like 3D printers and stuff like that. But ModBot basically summarizes my channel in a sense that you are going to be seeing things that are modding related, like 3D printer builds, customizing 3D printers, building 3D printers, lots of 3D printer stuff. But there's also going to be console modifications, little custom projects I'm working on, CAD. I'm getting more and more into CAD modeling, or I'm working on getting into CAD modeling, so you'll be seeing some projects I'm working on. So I feel like ModBot definitely fits that kind of goal on what I want to get across with my channel, which again is a educational slash showcase slash fun channel where we use technology and kind of try to advance and modify and cater it to what we want in our ultimate end goal. You will not be seeing any more commentaries or gameplay mods on this channel. I actually will be making, and I have a side channel that will be specifically for that once I have that all set up the way I like, which will be after this channel is completely dialed in with what I've got going on. I will announce that, and so those of you that do like the gameplay and want to see like some game mods and stuff like that, you're more than welcome to check that channel out. If you have any other questions or concerns for me, please don't hesitate to comment down below, and I will do my best to kind of clarify as much as possible. But I hope that this video at least kind of clarifies some things where you're looking at it and you're like, what does this mean, what's going on? And again, it's not necessarily a drastic change. It is just to clarify what my channel is about and what my goal is here, and that I'm no longer going to be kind of like zigzagging all over the place in terms of what my content is about. On that note, I am done ranting and I am done trying to explain. I hope that I got some of the stuff that was in my brain out onto the video for you guys, and I hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Again, thank you all. I say this and I've said this over the years, but thank you all for sticking by my side through my transitions and my trying to do this and trying to do that, and you know, all sorts of stuff. On that note, again, not Dope Swanner, ModBot, thank you for checking out my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace, everyone.